Hey there, how are you? Tiffany here with another tutorial on how to get started with lead forms. That's LEAD forms. Now, lead forms are so important, and I'm going to get the right screen up very soon, so bear with me. Lead forms are so important because you want to organize how you are collecting information from prospective clients, collaborators, partners, and your form can be done on any software. You can use Google Forms, you can use Job Forms. There's many different um, options and softwares and apps. My choice is 17 Hats because this lead form is plugged into my CRM. And when this form is completed, there are so many steps that can take place after. Now, I'm not going to go through those steps, but if you would like to know the many different things that can take place once your form is submitted, like you can automate quotes to go out, you can automate emails. Like if you want me to walk you through that, definitely let me know. But for the purpose of this video, I just want to get you started with some basic tips. Your lead form should be branded with your colors, your logo. If you have a font choice, if your lead form offers that option, keep it simple. Keep your font simple. It needs to be legible, right? You want it to be easy to read, and you want to ask the most pertinent information up front. Do not make your lead form too long. Only ask the questions that you really need. So if you have a lead page or a squeeze page, you might just have first name, email. On your form, you can ask a few more questions, but keep it simple. So, of course, you want name, email, phone number, right? That is typically just the basic information that you need. You could leave it there, all right? Next, on my lead form, I have what is your preferred method of communication? So, I like to ask, is it email or phone, text message or call? This is an optional question. Note that I did not make it required. Name, email, phone number are required, but preferred method of communication is not, because I don't want them to think long. Maybe they don't have an answer, and I don't want to make that a required question because that might hinder them from actually submitting the form. Are you currently using a CRM or business organization software/tool? That's another optional question, but it's also easy to answer. Oh, well, quick to answer yes or no. It's an optional question because my prospective clients might say, what is CRM? What are business organization tools? I don't want this to be a required question because they may not know, or I don't want them to think too much. And then what best describes your business? This is very important for me. So this is a required question. It's not optional. Okay. So again, keep your lead form very quick and easy to complete. You don't want to ask too many questions. They're not applying for a job. You can always ask more questions once they submit your form. You can automate a questionnaire to be emailed as soon as they click this button, right? So if you want to know more about that and how to do that, let me know. And so note that I end this questionnaire with thank you. The next steps will be emailed to you this week. Why am I saying this week? Because my system, my workflow in 17 Hats is already set to email each person that completes this form. It's not me doing it, it is my system, my workflow that's attached to this form. So once this submit button is clicked, this data that was inserted goes to my software. I get to review this information, and then follow up information is sent to the client to start their journey with me. Why is this important? This is important because you get to show up in a professional manner. Your lead form should be easily and readily accessible where you can plug it in on your website, share on your social media platforms, make it a QR, place it places. So you want to make sure that you have a professional upfront touch point that's ready, available, and easily accessible to potential clients. If someone wants to schedule you for a booking engagement, maybe you are a photographer, maybe you're a coach, maybe you are a dog walker, maybe you are a house cleaner, homekeeper. You want to be ready to collect people's information any time of the day, see if they are a good fit. Like your lead form helps you to vet them to see if they are your type of client before you even get on the phone with them, or just to be prepared for the conversation. And again, you want to ask the most important information that you need. Don't ask too much up front because you don't want to, you don't want to take too long. And you want a lead form that gives you the option to have short form fields, long form, drop down, yes, no, click and select. That's very important. And just a side note, if someone was thinking about working with me to set up their 17 hats account and they are, you know, if they don't fall into one of these categories, such as a coach, consultant, photographer, web designer, speaker, tutor, they may not be my ideal client. So they'll click other. And that gives me the opportunity to be like, can I help this person? Am I familiar with their service type? And it also allows the prospective client to say, oh, you know what? The system suite may not be able to serve me. So this is also a part of the vetting process, but you need to have forms up front to start to bring in the data and the information so that you can, manage your client information. And this also helps with your record keeping. So down the line, let's say somebody completes this form and they don't follow up with the next step, at least you have their information to follow up. Too often, solopreneurs, independent business owners like you and I, we miss out on clients because we fail to follow up or we really don't have an organized system to organize their information. So we're talking to all these potential clients, but we don't secure them because we don't follow up. We don't know where their information is. We're just expecting them to email us. We're expecting them to come beg us. We're expecting them to just call us every day to give us their money. No, most times you're going to have to follow up. So that's one of the most important pieces about having a professional lead form. All right. So let me know if you have any questions. Please do like, comment, and please